Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial showing you how to merge Primal Needs mod with, if you're using Complete Animations Redux, because those two mods have the most difficulty when merging. So here's a script merger. You can see here I have 294 mods. The biggest ones here being FCR3, Friendly HUD, all these friendlies. I have Preparations mod. I have the entire a huge Lego selection. I have preparations, more quick slots. These are really big overhaul mods. Nothing like Ghost mode or Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition, but still 290 mods. So you're thinking this might be a nightmare trying to merge. It's actually not that difficult. Like I said, the only other mod that poses a challenge when merging is Complete Animations, and that's because the original author of Complete Animations mod was the guy who made Primal Needs. So when you use this, you didn't need that one. You just picked this, and this had built-in animations. But it doesn't have animations everywhere, and Complete Animations Redux offers way more animations. It's the new and improved Complete Animations, basically. It allows you to use animations directly from the quick access menu when you're using more quick slots mod. So we're going to go ahead and merge these. So let's open up script merger. You can see here I haven't put it in yet. So now I'm going to take Primal Needs, put it in, refresh. So I've got all these files now I have to merge. Anytime you see one of these, no conflicts, it's very easy. It's very straightforward. You just keep hitting enter until you get to a conflict. So right now we faced our first conflict. As you can see here, we're in the actor remains file, and we only have this conflict, it seems like. So the player PN set loop, you want to read these just to be sure that there isn't a duplicate on Complete Animation side. As you can see here, it offers a lot more things going on here. So we're going to take this and this. So we're going to hit C first. So we take the entirety of Primal Needs. And then we hit B, so that way it starts with this without any interference. If we were to do it the other way around, you'd hit B and then Primal Needs would be coming in the middle. So you want to hit them in the right order. So C, then B. Now we're going to move on to the next one. Save, close, continue. Now we're in the container file. Now let's take a look at these, because now we're going to see some similarities. As you can see here, this looks very similar to this, except the difference here is that this is targeting animation for, this is loot and this is also loot, but they name them differently. It says PN, this is CA. So since they're very similar, we're going to go ahead and take this when we're not going to touch this. So we're just going to select B. Anything related to B. Now we want to make sure, just in case, that we didn't copy anything from Primal Needs into the bottom part. So let's investigate here. We can see if PN, as you can see here, there's an empty space. So this file got copied over, which is not good, because you can see it here. It comes with a bracket, and this side has 2 brackets, whereas this one has 1. So if you were to make this merge and thinking it was complete, and you were to start the game, there would be an error and you would have no idea how to fix it. So this is important. So now this is the line we want to delete. We're going to go ahead and just delete that. Again, make sure nothing else got copied over. These 2 brackets, make sure we don't want this extra. We just want to keep CA. So we got the 1 bracket, we didn't take the 2, which is good. And nothing else in between got copied. So that's perfect. So we can hit next. This one we want to take both, C and B. Save, continue. Okay. So these 2 are obviously the same, and you can tell because if I were to hit C and take it, you'd see they're the exact same line, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to hit B so I can take the header and continue, and the header for this, and everything else is the same. Okay. So as you can see here, they're all different, and vanilla is different from friendly HUD and from Primal Needs. Now, since this is a friendly HUD, it's safe to say we can take, we should be able to take them both. So actually, I think this one only needs B, because this one is a rewritten version of the vanilla, which means you most likely don't need C. If we were to take, as you can see, they're pretty much the same except with some extra additions from friendly HUD, so we don't need C. Okay, this is straightforward. Just hit B, move on. Okay, now we're in inventory context. This is going to be a bit bigger. As you can see here, the coding looks very similar. Again, because it's so similar, we're automatically going to take CA because it uses animations from Primal Needs, but with more variety and bug-free. So automatically take B, but as I said, you want to make sure you didn't copy any other lines from Primal Needs through some blank lines here. As you can see, it's taken this. So we want to remove that, which is right here. Oh, I think that, yeah, it's right here. Didn't delete properly. Sometimes it does that. All right, and then hit continue. We're going to take B again, and let's take a look at that again just to make sure we didn't copy anything from Primal Needs. So we have the two brackets. We have else from here, this one, this bracket, and the ending part. Okay, so we're safe. We can continue. Again here, this is going to be a little bit messy because this is coming in between, but again, you don't need this because this is related to drinking animation, and CA already has drinking animations. So we don't want this at all. And since it's coming in between here, we're going to have to be careful when merging. So we're here right now. Just take B. And now let's take a look in between. So we have all this we want to get rid of. So all the way down to if pn animate. If pn animate, which is going to be right here. We want to make sure to delete all this. And then get Witcher is right here. And again, we want to delete these two. Everything else is coming from CA, so we're fine. So hit save. Close. Meditation clock menu. This has the else, we want it, and we want the header just so we can keep track of our mod. The main thing we want here, these are bracketed out, meaning they're not being used, so it doesn't matter if you take them or not, but just take them anyway, just so you know what's being bracketed out from this mod, from Friendly Meditation. You always want to take them anyway, just to keep track. And then we want to take C, and it's complete, so hit save, continue. All right, so now this is interrupting. We want to take them both, but because this is from Immersive Cam and Immersive Motion, this is interrupting, and there's no way to properly merge it automatically using script merger by hitting B and C. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this whole thing, and I only want to take B right now. So I took B, and now it's complete. I'll be able to fix this in just a sec, but now what I want to do is I want to take this and put it above Immersive Motion. So by selecting the spot right here, and I want to hit paste. And so now I've saved the entirety of PN without that split in the middle and saved it above, and I've selected B. And then I'm going to continue, choose B here. We're not going to touch this at all now because I've already copied it and saved it here, and we're done. So this is called manual. You're fixing it manually here because the script merger didn't properly align them. Okay. We're going to take this side. We're not going to touch this one because, like I said, this is from Complete Animations. And since it's pretty much from the same suppress, draw, sword reaction, you don't need this. We're going to take the enhanced version from Complete Animations. Save, continue. This is straightforward. Just hit C. It's weird that, oh, because it was hitting with that tab there. Okay. And then we're just going to select everything from B side here. So as you can see, these are all very similar, but they just name them slightly differently, but these are more advanced. These are the better versions. Obviously, only take CA. Take that. Everything else in between should be safe because they're in the same exact lines. This is the only section here where it'll be a little bit different because there's 2 lines. There's only 1 here. So we're going to take B and we should be fine. We're going to delete this extra PN. Didn't do it. Okay. So it ended up only taking the 1 line we needed, not 2 of these, as you can see. So we're going to continue. Now here, again, this is splitting the same sort of animation across the gaps, whereas this one kind of merged them all together. So we don't want any of this. Remember, this is all drinking animation and stuff that Complete Animations already has. So this is, again, we're going to have to be deleting some extra mods that would have been saved over into the empty spaces here, empty lines. Okay, so we got these big ones out of the way. Now we can target everything PN related. So it's going to be from here all the way to before the consume item. So right here, we're going to delete all this. Oh, sorry, this consumed item actually. And then it has this consume item. And then you can see it's going to, we want to take this. And let's go back and take a look at that. So we want to take this and we want to make sure it's saved it properly. So you can see complete drink animations else from here. We deleted everything in between and consume item with the bracket else. And we are good. So now we don't need to worry about PN being in this version at all. Okay, so we're going to continue. Again, select B only. This extra line here is going to be coming in. So it is if PNA, so delete that immediately. We want to take everything from B here, and we want to delete this because we don't need it. And then we just want to make sure it didn't copy anything else. Should be fine. All right, so here we're only going to take everything related to Complete Animations because this is all related to grindstone animation. Now, when you're using Complete Animations and grindstone, depending on certain mods, I have a grindstone mod that affects how it's applied. So for me, I'd want to cancel this out. You might not have to, so don't worry about that. Okay. So we copied everything we need. Now we just want to make sure again that we didn't take anything from PN. So let's go back and take a look at this whole section again, just to be safe. Okay. So it should be fine. As you can see, they're pretty much in the same spots. So we're fine here. We don't need to worry about any other PN lines coming in. You always want to be very careful when looking at these because the player with your file is the messiest. This is the mod I was talking about that I use, Grindstone Workbench Charges. It converts the charges you get from a grindstone or workbench from a timer to usage count. So it would be, for example, instead of 30 minutes before it expires, it would be 30 hits with the sword. For example, you can tweak it through a mod menu. You should look it up if you guys are interested. And then from here, yeah, so I'm going to take that. You wouldn't see this if you don't have this mod, so don't worry about it. All right, we're out of player Witcher, so that's the toughest part done with. Now we're going to take both of these. See here, these are all of the combat, the complete animations that are used with that mod. But then as you can see here, there's more animations being used, like puking, peeing, and things like that. So we're going to take all of these as well. So we're going to hit B because it takes the whole thing. And then we're going to hit C so that it integrates perfectly with this section here. And then continue. Just take C. This is another mod I use, so don't worry about this. You wouldn't see this specifically. So I'm going to take C and then B, so merges perfectly. Types is the last file. This is something to do with Bootstrap. So it merged with a Bootstrap mod that I have. If we take a look here, Bootstrap, I think Bootstrap registry. No, not Bootstrap registry, Bootstrap. Area types. So because I already have area types, when I start the game, you're going to see some lines conflicting, but we're going to be able to fix it because you might have the same problem. So I'll show you how to fix that as well. This is always a scary screen. These are the lines I was talking about from types. Because Primal Needs merges with that specific file, boot registry already has these defined, but it doesn't tell you where it's defined. So what you're gonna do is gonna go to your mod, go to this location here. Merged mod folder. Go to scripts, game, and you should see types. Open that. And then we're going to find those lines, 52, 68, and we're just going to delete them. We don't need to. They're already defined. So where the bracket is, so we're going to delete this whole thing. Okay, and 68 as well. So these lines as well. So we're going to delete all this, save, retry. It's going to give us a new compilation error. We're going to fix that as well, and then you'll be good to go. So again, 50, because these are already defined as well. So 50, this whole section, and 81, this whole section. So we're going to delete all this and this. Save, retry. And it's done. So now you perfectly have merged Complete Animations and Primal Needs, and we're going to start the game so that you can see them working in action together. Okay, game booted up. Go to options, mods. I have a menu strings mod that allows me to split all my mods into these different categories. So I put them into gameplay, so you can see Complete Animations is here. I have all the animations I use with the settings and the speeds. And then in preparations, you can see, sorry, not preparations, Primal Needs. You can see I have the entire system set up here. Everything. When you go into animations here, be careful, turn all of these off because these are already used in Complete Animations. Turn the ones that aren't used, such as urinating and defecating and puking and forced resting. These are the only ones. Everything else you already have in, like oiling, looting, and everything already exists in Complete Animations, so we're not using these. So turn them off. The animation speeds also, just turn all of these off and only use the ones that you do use. For for the HUD and food and drinks, everything here. Disable eating, drinking during combat. We don't want to use this animation or this one, so turn these two off as well. And everything else should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and load a game. So we can see the mod working as intended. Okay, so the new addition that Complete Animations Redux brings to the table is that using the quick access menu from more quick slots, you can drink directly from this menu here instead of having to go into the character menu. As you can see, I can eat this. There's an animation for it, and it'll give me a bonus. I might puke now because I ate when I wasn't supposed to, so I'm gonna have a puking effect in just a second probably. Yep, so he puked because he overate. So as you can see, it is working as intended. There's the red numbers, meaning it's a negative effect. So let's go ahead and meditate out of this. And you're going to see the numbers rise to show you that the game, that the mods is working. You can see my feces bar has gone up. I'm gonna go ahead and pass time. Get that thirst all the way up so we can drink some water. Okay. Don't worry about that message. It's from a keybind. So we're going to go ahead and go into this water and see if we can drink something. If it's shallow enough, might not be. I think this is good. I'm going to go ahead and drink some water. So you can see the animation from Primal Needs is working. He's drinking his water. The thirst went down by 10% and the toxicity went up by 10% as well. So the mod is working. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and then I'm going to show you using oils, applying oils, beast oil. You can see the animation applies from Complete Animations. Grindstone. Let's go ahead and repair this weapon. You can see the Complete Animations Redux animation is working as intended. And then I'm going to eat some food directly from this menu, some candy. And you can see him taking a bite. It works. Quenched some of his hunger. Let's go ahead and have this potato, 25 hunger replenishment. And his hunger is down to 0. And you can see his feces bar has gone up as well. So the mod works. The merges worked. There shouldn't be any problems. I hope this helps everyone else out. I hope the video was clear. If you have any questions, you can send me a message on Nexus, and I will try to help you as best I can. Now, I'm no modder, I'm no scripter, I'm just a guy who was able to figure out how to merge the two files, so hopefully the video can help you guys out.